top 25 today on SP Fantasy Football. And welcome to the SP Fantasy Football Podcast, where we bring high quality content like professional broadcasters over here. I'm Alan.
I'm RD. What's up, bud?
Oh, nothing. How you doing, brother?
Getting closer to football, man. We're less than a month away of the Hall of Fame game. Preseason football starts real soon, obviously, and we're just that much closer. I think Scott Hansen posted 9 Sundays to football
That's
season.
it?
7 hours of uninterrupted, no commercial football.
Just good stuff.
Can't
Looking
wait.
forward to
Can't
it.
wait.
Can't.
So tonight we're doing our wide receiver. This is part 2. We took last week off. Week before that we did 26 through 50. Tonight 1 through 25. Going B to T, starting at 25. We'll see what we got in the number 1 hole. If you got someone else, chime in.
Let us know.
We are live on YouTube
Tell
and
us.
X. If you're listening to this on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you can always join the live broadcast every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, there we go. So you want to start us off, number 25? Who do you got?
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers.
Yeah, I brought him into the top 25. Felt why not? Didn't know if I want to, but I feel like he
Okay.
he can get it. He can get it done this year.
He's on my list a little bit higher. but
He's on the list.
He's on the list. He's on the list. Okay. 25. I've got Devontae Smith.
Okay, got him a little bit high. 23. I got him at 23.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
No, wait.
Okay.
That was number 26. I'm sorry. Number 25. I got Keenan Allen.
Oh, I'm surprised you can put him in your top 25. You're an anti Keenan Allen
I'm not
guy.
an anti-Keenan
Well,
Allen.
now you are, and all you do is bag on it because he plays for the Bears.
No. I
love
just said
Keenan
he just went somewhere where his NFL career is going to die because he's on a crappy team now.
I'm looking for his name on my list. Did I mention him last week? Yeah, I got him at 31. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just shocking that you put him in the top 25. We're a big fan. Been a big fan of his. Love him.
It's PPR stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're going to be down a lot, so he's going to catch a lot of meaningless footballs. How about that?
Yeah, good. Like it.
You like that?
Love it.
You like that? Number 24, Deebo Samuel.
Okay. Got him. I don't know why you're so low on him. I got him well higher than that.
Okay.
But, I don't understand the disrespect.
It's not disrespect.
That's awful. That's a lot of disrespect right there.
They spread the football around a lot.
Debo finished 15th last year in
Okay.
fantasy points.
Okay.
I guess he deserves to be where he's at. Stephon Diggs, 25 for me out of Houston.
Okay.
And I'll tell you this. We
Yeah,
talked
a little bit higher.
We talked about this with Houston receiving core. I have no idea where any of I don't know who the guy is. I don't know where these guys. There's too much talent down there in Houston. I don't know. And this, like I said, I had to put him somewhere. I was like, I can't put him out of top 25. He's a damn good receiver. It's kind of a problem from time to time, but he's going to a team where, he might be. I don't think he's the number 1 receiver in Houston, but it could cause some problems. But like I said, 24 for me.
Maybe he picks up a little action because he's not the only one there.
Yeah.
Like he's been in Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
It's been him.
Yeah, that's really it. Every so often you had a Gabe Davis blow up for a 4 touchdown game, 2 times a season. Yeah. But other than that,
he was gone.
The Dig
right?
show.
Yeah. 23. That's where I got Zay Flowers at.
Okay,
I got him a little bit higher than what you had him. He was
long as we're in the same
77
ballpark.
catches, 858 yards, 6 total touchdowns, 5 receiving, 1 rushing.
should be. It really should be a good year for him, anyways. And if Mark Andrews is healthy, it helps spread that field open just a little bit more. And you have Derrick Henry in the backfield. That offense is going to be wild this year. As long as Lamar can carry his weight, live up to his expectations.
I think Lamar will be just fine. And you're looking at his second year in the league, looking for him to improve over year 1.
Absolutely. 23 for me was Devonta Smith.
Okay.
That's where I had him. We just talked about him. And that was who you had. You had 23. You had.
I actually had him at 26.
You got him at 26.
26, yeah.
No. I didn't know if you already told me what your number 23 was.
No. Yeah, I just did Zay Flowers.
Okay, Zay Flowers. So then I got number 22, Amari Cooper.
Okay.
And I actually, I could see attacking this guy in a draft where I'm like, you know what? You're getting bumped up 5 or 6 spots. And, he finished the season solid last year. It all comes down to how Deshaun's going to sling it. But, he showed you that he is very much capable of being a top 5 receiver. As long as he can get the action, he can produce.
I mean, he caught 72 balls last year.
All
1,250 yards.
on the last 3 games with Flacco throwing it to him.
Yeah. Flacco's not there this year. So,
So, like I said, as long as Watson,
Yeah.
because he is the guy out there. You know what I mean? He is. Amari Cooper's the guy.
okay.
Anyways.
22 Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
I'm expecting big things out of Hollywood this year.
Obviously.
Well, he's got Patty Mahomes throwing to him. So,
He could very well be the only person available.
like,
You know what I mean? The rookie's in a boot. Rasheed Rice is in, he's going to be in cuffs. You know what I mean? He could be the only option. Kelsey's touring with Taylor Swift. This guy could be lightning.
but, I mean, look at what he did with Kyler.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Pat Mahomes is better than Kyler Murray. I'd have to go back and check the numbers, but
I got to run some regression, some analysis on these, But yeah, you're right. I mean, I had him low, and I'm starting to creep up. That's why we do these rankings early, obviously, because we're month. You're probably about a month away from starting. I mean, there's people that have already been drafting. There's leagues that's already started, and then you start kind of reshuffling things, and you keep hearing there's new reports, there's this and that, injuries, things like that, especially preseason and whatnot. So, yeah, he's one that's going to be climbing on my chart.
for sure. And I actually think that's kind of a low number for him. I think his ceiling is much higher.
Oh, that's it. It's up there.
Than 22.
Tyreek Hill, think about that. That's his ceiling.
Right. I've got, and spoiler alert, I got Tyreek Hill ranked higher than 22. I don't know. 21's where I got Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
I'm a little bit higher than you did.
Just a hair.
Just a
little-
smidge. Just a smidge.
I threw Cooper Kupp in the 21 hole.
Okay.
I just, for me, it's Puka's team now. You know what I mean? He's out there. He'll get you some touchdowns and whatnot and make some plays happen. But yeah, no, I had him out of the top 20.
Okay.
I had 21.
I got him a little bit higher than you, but number 20, DJ Moore.
Hey, there we go. We need the ding, ding, ding. I don't even know what I got on here. Hold on, I got one for you. Hold on, you want to hear?
Hey, ironic twist in that Dr. Pepper came before Coke.
That is ironic.
The great,
The late to great Michael Henson.
late to great.
Yeah.
He's dead?
No, he's just not. He's late.
Oh, okay.
He should be here, but he's not.
All right, there we go.
I mean, he doesn't know he should be here, but we've been asking him to come on, and
Yeah.
he just kinda
Jesus.
doesn't come. So, I don't know. I know DJ Moore definitely has the potential, and a lot of people are thinking, yeah, I've got him pretty low at 20, but I just think there's a lot of football to go around over there, and
We don't know about the quarterback situation.
We don't
I mean,
know about the quarterback situation,
I-
but also like everything you hear is Harrison, right?
I didn't give in to the hype, or I don't know yet. Obviously, I'm just sitting there like, okay, well, I don't know what to do. Last year, I was super high on DJ Moore. Go back and listen to every episode we had. Super high on him. He won me several weeks with amazing performances.
Also lost you some weeks with
There's a couple.
no performance.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you get on the field and you
it
get
was
hurt.
boom or bust.
You know what I mean?
Well, it wasn't necessarily getting hurt.
So-
It was you just had a bad quarterback.
Yeah, and but yeah, big. I was big on him. But yeah, now I got to keep DJ Moore in the 20 hole.
Yeah,
And that,
I don't know, and I'm not even really like a big fan of like where I got some of these Bears receivers right now.
no kidding.
But I don't know. People had them higher for sure.
Yeah. 19, Deebo Samuel. That's why I told you I had him. I know you got him lower than that. I just feel like, why can't he get into the 20s? I'm not saying he's going to be top 10, but, I do have his counterpart, Brandon Ayuk, on the number 15 spot. So that's just something. And is he going to get traded? All he's been talking about is he wants to go to Pittsburgh or Washington or something. So I don't know. Are those upgrades for him? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Man. So, yeah.
You're on a team that was in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
So-
what is all this I want to get out of town stuff? Is he not getting the respect that he deserves? Because everybody, I said it last year too, he's the wide receiver 1 out there.
Yeah,
He's the guy.
He's the number 1 wide receiver. Deebo Samuel's not necessarily a wide receiver.
Swiss Army knife.
He does it all.
And we'll
So,
talk more about,
yeah.
when you bring him up next, that's when we'll talk about him.
I'll bring him up here in a minute. Number 19, I got DK Metcalf.
There you go. I'm at 17 on him. Very
Okay.
close, very close.
He's just a large man.
Someone's got to catch
Who's
the ball.
really
up there.
good.
He is. He is really good at catching the football. Where did he
Right.
finish last year? See, DK Mack 21st behind Amari Cooper. He scored 225.4 fantasy points. 224.4, whatever it is. But I mean, some people have him as high as 20. I was like, you know what? I got him just like I said. I got him a little bit higher. I got him in the 17. You know what I mean? It's just.
And I don't
like
expect Geno. I expect Geno Smith to have a better year than he did last year.
Yeah, he's
I don't think he's not going to have the year he had 2 years ago, right? But he's not going to have that real bad season he had last year. I think it's somewhere in the middle there, and with that, it's going to come a little bit increased production.
Just a nice little solid year out of Geno. That's all I'm asking for.
That's it.
And I got him in that dynasty league. I inherited that terrible team, so I'm like, yeah, just do something, man.
Just poke him with a stick.
Just hang in
Just
there.
do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 18, I got Nico Collins.
Hey, all right.
You too?
Yeah.
All right. There
If you
we
hear
go.
that, that's what that means.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I read a text message earlier today that said you don't have him in your top.
You know, I need to do is I need to get the Sopranos. Oh, you know,
Hey!
every time we get one that matches. Yeah, I got him right there, 18. Like I said, I don't know who the top dog is out there in Houston, but I'm leaning pretty heavy towards Nico Collins.
Yeah, well, let me just read this text message I got. We got
Yeah,
earlier.
go ahead, word for word.
He said, our buddy Busby said, Harrison, Neighbors, and Nico Collins are being drafted too high. Just throwing that out there. To which you replied, got all of them out of my top 50, maybe next year. Can you please tell me where you just ranked Nico Collins?
Let me ask you a question. Do
No,
you
no,
think I read or did not read that text?
Yeah.
Do you think I read or did not read that text?
I don't think you read any text.
That is the most correct answer I've ever heard out of your mouth.
But
Yeah, I go
Again.
He could have put CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase. I go, never heard of him. It's like,
and I read it, and like I didn't have the information with me, but I'm pretty sure you ranked Neighbors last week in your somewhere in your top. And I just almost just wanted to reply was like, well, bullshit.
yeah. Neighbors, I have a 27.
And like I remember you talking last week about or 2 weeks ago about how much you love Nico Collins this year, and I'm like, this is so confusing. And then when you go, hey, I'm like, what? You don't have him in your top 50? What are you A-ing me?
Yeah, no, I don't. Any text I get, especially once we got past that, he was checking in on us because the storms around Texas. We're way north, and they don't. I think a lot of people not from here.
They don't realize how big Texas is.
Yeah, we could jam like 5 Georgias in here. You know what I mean? That's where he's from.
We got a day of 75-degree weather and some sprinkles.
It was nice. It was a gorgeous
Dude,
day.
that day was so nice.
Yeah, I was like, I'll take that for sure.
so good.
Jesus. But yeah, so like I said, 18 Nico Collins. I had 17 DK Metcalf.
I got 17 Cooper
studs.
Cup.
Oh, okay. So that's not crazy high. That's five.
Well, I mean, he missed significant time last year.
He did. He's
right?
just getting
and he
older.
still had a pretty good year.
He's just getting older. He's one of my guys that he's going to have to fall to me like 2 rounds after his ADP, where I'm like,
what's his ADP?
Maybe I'll take a flyer on him. I can tell you what wide receiver number he is. Where's the ADP? I don't know. I don't have the whole thing right here.
Huh.
Cooper. 21. He's wide receiver 21 on Fantasy Pros. Man, let me do this. Ow. I'm messing with my ring right now, and it just hurt my finger.
But here's the thing, though. Stafford's still throwing the ball out there.
Yeah.
And Stafford always has a guy. And when his guy is in, that's who he throws the ball to.
Wide receiver 20. He's a tier 5 guy. 34. So you're talking 3 round, mid-third to mid-third.
So you're not looking at him until the 5th?
Late 4th, 5th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he won't be there. It's just one of those things where I'm like, he's a guy that we've talked about it before where I want someone else to take him. This is a guy that I want someone else to take him because I'd rather have Puka, to be honest, and I'll pay the premium for Puka. But he's just getting old.
Yeah.
He's just a little older.
Okay.
I didn't even see how many points he got last year. Did you already say that?
He had 59 catches, 737 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Okay. Cooper Kupp finished 40th last year with 164 points behind Tank Dell, Brandon Cooks, Drake London, Romeo Dubes, Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle, Justin Jefferson, obviously.
Jalen Waddle, I got him at number 16.
There you go. Hey!
Oh!
Yeah, buddy. So, yeah, like I said, Waddle, he got hurt last year, too. Like, he only played, didn't he miss some games? Jalen Waddle, 14. So he had 14 games.
Yeah, that's 3.
He's such an electric player, and if he's lining up and Tyreek's in the game, it makes him his availability.
They just gave him an extension.
It just bumps. Yeah, he got paid. Tua's looking good, not in cold games, but he looks good early on.
Didn't they add? Did Odell go there?
Beckham, yeah, they signed
Yeah,
Beckham.
they signed Odell. So you got a number 3, right? I don't think you necessarily really had a true number 3 last year. Yeah. I can't tell you who it was after those two.
I was trying to think about who their tight end was. It's not Gesicki. He's not there anymore.
I think Gesicki's what was with New England.
Let's see. Dolphin. I just want to know. Those. I want to see what the current depth chart is right now for the Dolphins. And you're looking at Jonnu Smith. That's right.
Okay.
Jonnu Smith's down there. So not a bad lineup or offensive lineup and whatnot. And but yeah, he's going to reap the benefits. He's a solid wide receiver too, and especially being in the 16. We got him ranked 16. I think there's some.
72 catches,
action to be
1,014 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Good.
So. Number 15, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay. I like I said, I had Brandon Ayuk there. With Harrison, I have him a little bit higher. I gave into the hype just a little bit.
I'm pretty sure you don't have him in your top 50, but
I don't. Where I have him there, it's I think I need to put. I think
he's definitely his ranking is higher than that.
Yeah.
They got
him
way high, and I just you got too many receivers there. You have an unknown in the quarterback. I don't know. I just don't know.
That's my thing, right? But anyway, like I said, I had Brandon Ayuk. He's a wide receiver 1 on a solid team. Was in the Super Bowl. The dude catches balls. I don't know what his deal is. Like I said about wanting to get out. I don't know.
Well, I have him at 14.
There you go.
So one spot ahead of you. 75 catches, 1,342 yards, and 7 touchdowns last year.
Yeah,
just a solid year.
He finished 14th last year.
But you have some of these guys that want the credit, right? Mm-hmm. They want the acknowledgement, and he just kind of flies under the radar there.
It's too many players, like too many studs.
You got Debo, you got CMC, you got Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Ayuk, but he is widely considered the number 1 wide receiver there.
Absolutely.
And as he should be.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was your number 14?
Yeah.
And I got Chris Olave at 14.
Okay. I got him a smidge higher.
Yeah, but you're a Olave guy. I'm
okay with him.
He finished 16th last year. Got you 231 fantasy points. I don't know what to think about New Orleans. I don't know. It's like Raiders, the Raiders, right? There's so many questions like QB and not questions. You know who the QB is, but it's like
the former Raiders QB.
Yeah, and that's is Carr going to be able to? He's not going up.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, he's not.
But he can perform, but Olave he makes amazing catches. He's going to get in the end zone for you. That's the reason he's top 15. He's number 14 for me.
Okay, all right. Number 13, I've got Drake London.
Okay.
But I also have next to him an up arrow. Mm-hmm. And I think Drake London is a guy who, while I've got him in my top 13, he's also a guy that can win you your league because you're going to draft him a little bit lower. You might already have another, you'll draft him as your number 2 wide receiver. And this is a guy that I really feel like with Kirk Cousins there has the potential to be close to top 5, honestly.
Yeah, I don't understand anybody that has him out of the top 15, to be honest. And I think you're right. He's a league winner. I do have him in the 9 hole.
Which is crazy for a guy that I've got ranked at 13 saying he's a league winner. But again, that's a guy that you can get as your second wide receiver who could outproduce your number 1 wide receiver, whoever you get.
Exactly. 13, I got Mike Evans.
Okay.
I know you probably got him within the top 10.
A little bit higher.
You're a Mike Evans guy, though.
The numbers speak for themselves.
They do. Mike Evans finished 7th last year. Got you 282 points, just 4 shy behind DJ Moore. I mean, the dude's solid. You figured he's going to
touchdown machine.
That's what it is.
He had 79 catches, 1,255 yards, and 13 touchdowns.
That crazy. Touchdown machine, dude.
Yeah.
And when they're in the red zone, you know where the ball's going.
He's getting you double-digit touchdowns every year.
Yep.
That's just all there's to it.
Yep. So, 13 for me.
Number 12, that's where I got Chris Olave.
Okay.
Last year, 87 catches, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. I see him having a better year this year.
Yeah. I mean, he could.
For sure.
Why not? 12, Marvin Harrison Jr. for me. Whew. And I'm not full-blown giving into the hype, but I'm listening, I think, at this point. I'm like, all right, I'll take a listen.
I'll listen.
We'll see what Kyler does. He's shown that he can spread the ball around if he stays healthy, right? So he's coming off an injury last year, and as long as it's not double XP weekend, I think we can expect some good things.
So you got him for good for first few weeks of the season until the new season of Call of Duty comes out, and then it's just all downhill from there.
It's all downhill, man.
All downhill from there.
But we'll see. With the rookies like this, he's the highest I have ranked, obviously. I'm throwing something up there, but he is one of the guys where I'm like, yeah, I'm not drafting. I mean, it'd have to be something crazy. I'm hoping some Buckeye or something.
Oh, I'm not drafting him.
Yeah, I can't.
He's going way higher than where I would take him.
I can't do it. I can't do it. There's other people around him. And like I said, I was like, no, I think I need to put Mike Evans in front. And that's what I was looking at right there. I was like, oh, I need to drop him down maybe even 14 and put Chris Olave in there or Brandon Ayuk. And so looking at it right now, I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm thinking 15. Shove everybody up one spot, drop him down to 15. But anyway, so I got him at number 12.
Okay. Number 11, I got Devontae Adams. It's just a quarterback situation.
It is.
Right?
But it's Devontae Adams, man.
It is.
I know.
Okay, it's Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew, right?
If it's Minshew, you're in, right?
I mean,
I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you besmirch one of your favorite all-time people on earth.
Listen here.
You know what I mean?
He's one of my favorite people and has very little to do about football, okay? It has to do with that guy just likes to – he's just freaking awesome.
He likes to have fun.
It's just like the party.
He likes to have fun.
Got to bust out my Minshew shirt.
There you go.
A little Duval shirt.
We definitely need to start dressing up for these things. You know, I should have worn my Raiders jersey or my Raiders Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But I don't know. Like
missed opportunity.
he's also getting older, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to starting to see a little bit of a decline. Is it going to be this year or not? I don't know. I don't feel good about that Raiders situation out there. I don't feel good about the quarterback situation.
Someone's gonna get the ball.
We'll see.
Someone has to get the ball.
Someone does have to get the ball, but also like O'Connell's the guy you drafted last year, and you started going with him towards the end of last year when you replaced your head coach, right? You canned your coach. You brought in the interim. He stuck with Aiden O'Connell. Are they going to keep going with him? Is Minshew really going to get the chance? Or are they going to keep going with the young kid and seeing what they got with him? Do they have a future with him? If not, okay, we need to lose so we get a high pick so we can bring in the guy.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel you. That was your number 11?
Yeah.
Number 11 for me, Michael Pittman Jr.
I have him at 10.
There you go.
I have him at 10. 109 catches, 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns.
You know what? With Anthony Richardson back, healthy. Oh, buddy, the sky's the limit.
Is it now we kind of see he got hurt a couple times last year, and so now does he take the more cautious approach? And he's not the same guy like RG3 was after he got hurt.
Oh, God, I hope not. Then all of a sudden he's on Twitter all the time. Oh, thanks. But, yeah, Michael Pittman Jr., if Anthony Richardson shows up and balls, he's going to be the direct –
is he going to get the call?
He's getting the call.
He's getting the call.
And so you could see him in the top 5. Easy. You know what I mean?
I don't know that I see him in the top 5. I think 10's right about where you're going to see him at.
Okay.
I could definitely see someone like Drake London that I talked about jumping over him.
Leaping over him.
Yeah, for sure.
Both have the potential. They both getting healthy quarterbacks. Well, we'll see. I guess 2 Chainz Cuzzo,
Yeah.
he's rolling in.
Number 9, Mike Evans.
I didn't give you my number 10. Hold on.
Who was your number 10?
Devontae Adams.
Okay.
Devontae. He finished 10th last year and
So you just carried him over.
265. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I don't know if when the day is going to come that I'm going to put Devontae Adams out of my top 10, but it's not this year.
Okay.
All right.
So next year.
Yeah, maybe. Devontae for life, man.
All right.
Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
Number 9, I got Mike Evans.
Okay.
I mean, I already talked about him. I love the guy.
Yeah.
All he does is produce, right? Baker's out there just slinging the ball. He's got a guy that he can just toss it up to and trust.
And they built a nice little rapport. Yep. I'm rocking Drake London.
Okay.
I told you I went just a little bit higher on him, and I do feel like if Cuzzo if he's back and he's healthy, buddy, he can get the ball out. He can make some dreams come true, and he can make superstars.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's just kind of middle. Cousins ain't like phenomenal. He's not the greatest quarterback ever, but he can throw the ball and get these guys going. They get down the field and get open. He'll get you the ball.
Oh yeah.
So I think 9 is where I'm comfortable with him. But like I said, I think he's a league. Well, I agree with you 100%. He can finish top 5. He can win your league. Well, you didn't say top 5. I'll say top 5.
Close to.
But yeah,
I mean, because that top 5 is good.
It starts packing in.
You look at that top 5, and it's.
Well, it's going to take some injuries. Let's be honest. It's going to take a couple of injuries to get in there. But
yeah, I mean, he can get in because one of the guys got a little bit of a questionable quarterback situation.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Number 8. AJ Brown.
Okay, got him a little bit higher.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit higher. I mean, obviously it's not lower at this point. No, these guys are all be. We should have the same guys in the top 8, and they're just kind of rearranged.
Yeah, 'cause I don't
just a
think we
hair.
said any of these names.
Yeah,
So,
no.
yeah.
And if you're like, oh no, I got the no, you don't. No. Either you're a homer or you're a lunatic. It's okay, either one. It's fine. But yeah, I got him a couple spots higher. He's a big dude. Catch ball.
Yeah.
Run downfield. Score touchdowns.
106 catches, 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns last year. But you also did see a little bit of a decline in
Well, that second half of the season sucked.
Hurts last year.
Or
So
the last third, I should say. Or, yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, he scored you 289 fantasy points, and that was just, the dude finished 5th, and they had a terrible last handful of games of the season. I think they got like 11-1 or whatever it was. After, dude, it was downhill. It was the ugliest football you've ever seen. I don't know what was going on.
They were just bad.
They were just
They were
all
just
around
really bad,
terrible
for sure.
But yeah, he still finished 5th, so he's got the chance. He's got the opportunity. Number 8 for me, Garrett Wilson. I had to put him somewhere.
I got him at 7.
Do you?
One
Okay.
spot ahead. And the thing with Garrett Wilson, I have a down narrow next to him.
Oh, I mean, you don't know what old boy's doing. He's out doing ayahuasca, or
Because
he's
you don't know
missing-
about the quarterback situation.
He's missing OTAs
Again.
or whatever. He goes, "Nah, I got to go to a darkness retreat or something."
If Rodgers isn't in, healthy, committed, I'm just going to see that number just drop.
Oh, Wilson. If Rodgers is not the quarterback, Wilson will drop out of my top 20. Where was he at last year? I mean, how far down did he
I mean,
go?
he had 95 catches, 1,000 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. He scored you 213 points. He wide receiver 26. So yeah, no, if A-Rod ain't the quarterback, and this is another guy that I'm probably not going after because I can't trust the situation, and you're gonna have to make like a first round, maybe a first early second round pick on this guy.
Yeah, and I'm not taking him there.
And that ain't happening.
I get him in the 4th round? Okay.
Maybe.
But I ain't getting him in the 4th round.
Nah, you're not.
It's just not happening.
There'll be someone that goes in and
Yeah.
grabs him, like in the 9th spot, 10th spot. If you're in 12 league, maybe he'll use the 12 and the wraparound. He'll get him 13. So you go, no, I didn't get him in the first round. I got him in the second round.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
but
But I'm okay with people taking him. Like I said, I don't want to take him. I don't want to make that.
I want these players off my plate. The guys that I do not want, even though they'll finish. Look, they'll finish here. They'll finish in where they're ranked or whatever. But there's still certain guys I just don't want.
I'd rather wait a little bit longer and take Drake London.
There you go. If you can wait, I mean, hell, he might be gone. You know what I'm
He might
saying?
be.
But with Garrett Wilson, I'm there's too many. I don't know with A-Rod, and so I'm kind of just staying away with. I'm with you.
Yep. Who you got at 7?
Puka.
Puka. Okay.
Yeah.
I got Puka at 6.
Okay.
One spot ahead.
I didn't know if you went, how high you were going to go on him, just because I know it's your boy throwing to him. But
105 catches last year, 1,400 yards, 6 touchdowns.
yeah, he's number 4 in fantasy points. Scored 298, almost broke the 300.
I mean,
Almost.
he was almost identical to AJ Brown.
Yeah. Yep. About 9-point difference.
30. He had 30 more yards and 1 less touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Brown had 1 more catch.
Yeah. I think Puka's he's a rock star.
But also Puka wasn't Puka the first few weeks of the year.
It took
right?
him, yeah. He was a waiver wire pickup last year.
Took him a minute.
That was one of those things we put out, like, get Puka now. Put your waiver wire. He is going to be a stud, and look at that. Look what he did.
He did good football things.
He plays football.
Yeah.
Number 6, that's where I told you that's where I have AJ Brown, just one spot ahead of Puka. It's the second half or the last 6 games, 5 games, whatever it was in Philly. That was total it was terrible.
It was awful.
And so
It was bad football.
they keep that going. They keep the
That's
momentum
why
going. or
Jason
whatever.
Kelsey was like, I'm done with this.
They were so bad. He retired.
Retired.
And he's hanging out of boxes and stuff like that at the games, handing out beers and
Yeah.
body slamming dudes in the parking lot. And
He's like, I'm going to go watch my brother win a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
hang out with Tay-Tay. See you guys later.
yeah,
You know?
I mean, it sounds somewhat interesting.
Do you want to play crappy football in Philly or go hang out with Tay-Tay in KC?
I just want to drill some
gonna
beers
hang
and
out with
honk
Tay-Tay.
a couple, or honk a couple. You know what I
Right.
mean? I just want to have some fun.
Rip off a shirt.
Yeah.
Slam some beers.
He's like, darts off, boys.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So, and did you tell me your 6?
It was Puka.
It was Puka. Puka
Puka
is your 6. Okay, here we go. We're getting into
Puka.
our top
Top
five. Yeah,
Number 5.
Well, we'll have all the same names, obviously, and I guarantee you 100% they're in a different order. If we have one lined up, I'll be very shocked. But maybe number 5. Maybe. Who is your number 5?
Justin Jefferson.
Hey! I couldn't go any higher. He's amazing talent.
It's the quarterback situation.
Exactly. But he deserves top 5 attention.
Right.
Yeah.
With
And he just got paid up.
he's either going to have Sam Darnold or JJ McCarthy, which I'm actually expecting good things out of JJ McCarthy when he gets the chance. I don't know if he's going to get the chance right away. But a top 5 it's no disrespect.
Yeah. He played 10 games last year, scored you 202 points. He was wide receiver 33.
68 catches, 1,014 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah. And if this is the guy, this is the future of their team in Minnesota, if you were a quarterback, could you be happier that you get to throw the ball to Justin Jefferson?
You got Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison over there. And then TJ Hawkinson when he comes back.
Addison had a pretty good little season after Jefferson exited. He was a hot pickup as well. Nice little waiver wire addition because most people I don't think had him even on there in the lineup until he popped off and they was like, "Hey, I need this guy. Give me him."
Jefferson goes down. They're like, "All right, let me get this guy."
Yep, exactly.
Who do you got at number 4?
I got Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God. Had to. I don't think he's as good as the other 3 guys. Now
number 4, I've got.
Hold on. And the reason how high do you want to tell me? Is he next or is he 2 or 3 spots above? Because
I'll give him the respect he deserves when it's his time, sir.
Right. So
don't rush me.
Let me talk.
He doesn't get talked about in the number 4 spot. Okay.
So we're gonna talk about him later.
You can talk about him, but I will not besmirch the name of the Sun God in the number 4 hole.
The Sun God finished 3rd last year.
You just referred to him as the Sun God, and you got him in number 4.
330 points for you. I had him on my team. Loved every second of it, except for when he didn't score me, 20 points a game. There was he had a couple dips. Problem with I think the Lions is, and this is a great problem to have. You have a tight end 1 in the league, Sam Laporta, just soaking up targets. They're losing Reynolds now. That's a downside. But who's the other guy? Didn't they pick up did they address their wide receiver 2 position yet? We were talking about this the other day, and I don't think they addressed losing Reynolds yet.
No, but it's not that
he might be in store for more targets. I heard he had his whole oblique removed from his ribs or something like that after week 4. Did you see a report on that?
Who?
Amon-Ra.
You know where you'll find that information out. The Receiver Show just came out on Netflix, and he's in it.
Okay.
And he's in it.
That's what he's talking about. He goes, "I don't do painkillers unless they're Green Bay Packers or something like that." I don't know what it was. Some crazy quote. X was blowing up today about it. But yeah, I just... Does he have the chance to get up there?
They didn't really address it in free agency. But the expectation is Jameson Williams is going to take over this year. He's not missing any time at the beginning of, he had the suspension the beginning of last year. Yeah. He was also banged up a little bit. They did re-sign Donovan Peoples-Jones, a guy they traded for last year. You still got Khalif Raymond there.
Wait, Donald Peoples-Jones, you just dissed him last week because he was on the Browns, and I was like, who? I go, let me look him up again. And I was like, yeah, it's Donald Peoples-Jones. He goes, that's nobody. But now he plays for your team. It's somebody.
Well, he's got a top 10 quarterback throwing to him, arguably higher than a top 10 quarterback, honestly. And then he had Deshaun Watson throwing to him.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
How many games did Deshaun play last year? Because then Flacco took over at the end.
And then they got good, right? But Peoples-Jones as your number 3 receiver is different than being your number 2 guy.
Is he going to be in the slot?
He might even be your number 4 guy, honestly.
Isn't Jameson on the outside? He's the speed guy, right? The tall, lanky, fast fella, right? Yeah. So he'll be on the other side. Well, I guess Amon-Ra lines up in the slot as well. He does a lot of crossing.
Amon-Ra lines up everywhere.
He's everywhere, right?
He's everywhere.
So anyways, I had him last year. Loved him. But this year, due to some circumstances different than last year, I had to put him at number 4 spot. Who'd you say you had number 4?
I didn't because you cut me off.
Oh, no, because you tried to skip over my 4 and just start talking about yours.
Because the guy needed to be talked about in the plot. That's what he deserves. But anyways, Jamar Chase.
Okay. So we both took our guys and jerked them around. So that means we got the same. Well, I guarantee we might not even have the same top 2. But yeah,
I mean,
I got him at number. I put him at number 3.
okay. So we have the same top 2 players. It's just a matter of what order they're in.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe.
There's you definitely picked one different than me.
I mean, Jamar Chase he's pretty good at football.
Yeah. Burrow's
100
back.
catches, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Burrow is back.
Yeah. And every other year, so Burrow got hurt. Next year they went to the Super Bowl. Then he got hurt again. So we'll see what happens. And when Burrow's not hurt, Burrow slings it and lights up the scoreboard. And Chase is getting all that action, getting all that love. Because you know what? Like he said, he's like, just throw it up, I'm open. Don't even think about it. Don't even want you to think. Just throw the ball.
Should think about it. So you're in like triple, quadruple coverage. You probably don't want to throw it. Right?
I've seen that before too. And sometimes it's, that might be a 50-50 ball.
I mean, he's no Megatron. Okay, let's back off. Let's back up a little bit. Okay.
I miss him so much. I think wasn't I telling you about that the other day? I was like, God, I just miss Megatron. And someone put that up there, like, who would you bring back or whatever? And I was like, Megatron, yeah, because he retired healthy. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, his fingers are all like...
He's got the booger fingers.
Bro, they're all broken.
I'm talking about the rest of them. He didn't really... When he went out, he was still a younger fella, and he was healthy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
you know what I mean? He didn't get carried out, and it was like, I can't come back.
It wasn't like Michael Irvin getting, taken out on a stretcher, getting batteries thrown at him. Because he's at the Lincoln Philly.
A bunch of dirtbags.
Guys getting carted off with a neck brace on. They're chunking 9-volt batteries at him. Like...
Oh my!
What are we doing here?
Well, that's welcome to Philadelphia.
Yeah. Number 3, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
There you go. I thought you might go higher. I was like, maybe how crazy are you going to go?
I'm not going crazy.
Now you get the whole floor.
But 119 catches, 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns. The guy does it all, and he missed a game or 2 last year, right? I love him.
He played 16 games.
Okay, so he missed a game.
16 out of 17.
Yeah, so I said a game or 2. So a game. I was right.
I mean, you're always right.
Well, in this case, I was right.
And when you're right, you're right.
Well, yeah. The numbers back it up. I just absolutely love this guy. And he comes out and he's done nothing but improve every single year, gotten better every year.
Just got paid too, didn't
Jared Goff, yeah, just got paid. Jared Goff gets better on that team every year. I can't say enough about this guy. I absolutely love him. I've got a nice little Amon-Ra St. Brown picture at home and Detroit Lions shirt, courtesy of Mr. Busby.
There you go.
Because he said Amon-Ra St. Brown wasn't that great.
So that was did he ever buy his way out of that bet?
Yeah, he bought.
That was the jersey.
He bought me. He wasn't a jersey. He bought
shirt?
me a Lions shirt. Says number 1 dad or something like that on it.
Would have bought like 10 of those shirts to get out of eating that thing.
And then a picture of Amon-Ra St. Brown catching a touchdown.
There you go.
But yeah, because he's like, he won't finish top 5 in anything. I was like, anything, anything. Finish top 5 in like over half the wide receiver stats, but that's cool.
When he said anything, I go, that's a terrible bet. I was like, I mean, you're talking anything?
I mean, even if he's top 5 in fumbles, I win.
I know, right? That's the first thing I thought. I go, what, he fumbles like 10 times?
I mean, shoot.
A freaking lunatic. That's a terrible bet.
I mean, technically, I can get if he plays all 17 games, he's top 5 in games played. Right? He's tied for first. But
terrible bet. He's just firing from the hip, buddy. That's why you don't make bets like that.
And I was like, top 5. He's like, top 5. He was so set on it.
Confident. Just the confidence was
all right.
flowing.
But I love the guy. And he just works. He just works hard. He's the city of Detroit personified, which is what Dan Campbell's bringing to that team. That Detroit grit, that hard work, that discipline. That just I can't say enough. Yeah. I love him.
Nice.
And if he'll take me, I will be his wife.
Oh God. All right. I got nothing to say about that. Nothing negative. Number 2, I don't think we have the same one.
Okay.
I have Tyreek Hill as number 2.
At number 2, I have a player that had 119 catches last year, 1,799 yards, and 13 touchdowns for the Miami Dolphins, Mr. Tyreek Hill. Hey!
There we go.
I think there's an interesting fact about that, though.
Hey, ironic twist in that Dr. Pepper came before.
Is it that one or this one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, which one is it?
That's my favorite line.
Yeah.
Dude, he scored you 376 points last year. Played 16. This is in 16 games. Averages 23.5 points a game. Dude's electric. He's amazing. Everybody knows that. This is not a surprise. But I did think that you were going to go kind of like, screw Dallas mode, because you do that every so often. So I thought maybe you might slip him in the top spot.
Well,
any reason why you didn't?
I just think he's gonna be the number 2 guy.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't worry. I can still get my screw Dallas stick.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Don't you?
At the number 1. I'll give it that. But I like Tyreek Hill. And the big thing with Tyreek Hill is he gets you a lot of big plays.
Oh, big
chunk
play
plays.
guy. Yeah.
He's picking up yards in chunks.
Yeah.
Right?
He's got that yak.
He had the same amount of catches as St. Brown did last year.
Yeah, 119,
but
right?
over 200 yards more.
Yeah.
Because the chunks, right? And St. Brown's not getting you the big chunks. He's getting you what you need, right? He's picking up 9-10 yards at a time, right? And Tyreek's picking them up 15, 20, 30 yards at a time. Right?
Yeah, and that's where
or
you'll get,
bigger.
And depending on your league, like we have bonuses for 40-yard plays.
Right.
And things like that. So some leagues have it where it's extra points for that, and that's where Tyreek actually it comes in and gives you that extra boost.
Little boost.
And I will love watching him on Sunday. He's electric, and Tua just chunks up there and says, just go get it, man.
Yeah.
And the cheetah does.
Well, he throws it as far as he can, and he still underthrows them because he can't throw the ball far enough. And
no one can throw the ball far enough. The dude is like the fastest dude on the planet.
Pat Mahomes could.
I bet you Tyreek. No, he's
What do you mean,
underthrown.
no.
He's underthrown Tyreek Hill too.
A couple times, he also overthrew him sometimes. Tua's never overthrown.
Who's got the strongest arm in the league? Allen? Josh Allen? It'd have to be him, right?
I mean, I think so.
Could Josh Allen outthrow Tyreek Hill? Overthrow Tyreek Hill? Because he can outrun anybody. Like, outrun anyone. He's the fastest dude on the grass, on the turf out there.
Yes, he could.
He could outthrow him?
Yeah.
So overthrow him.
Yeah,
okay.
he could.
All right. Just
got a big arm.
Just thinking about it. Just putting it out there. All right. Numero uno.
CeeDee Lamb.
Absolutely.
But this isn't like a ringing endorsement for the Cowboys offense. This is, I don't think this Cowboys team is going to be as good as they were last year.
No. Not at all.
You don't have any other receivers. You have Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks is next up.
But
is Ferguson still there? He's their tight end?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's just going to be the guy that just soaks up all the targets.
You see, he's going to soak up all the targets.
Uh-huh.
They're going to have to throw the ball a lot late. They're going to have to throw the ball a lot because they don't have a run game.
Yeah. And speaking of that, CeeDee Lamb had two touchdowns, rushing touchdowns last year. 113 yards on the ground, 135 receptions, 1,749 yards, 12 touchdowns. Receiving,
but it's
total.
also and look at that. 135 catches, 1,749 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill, 119 catches.
Almost 18. One short of 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 more yards.
Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. And he got you 403 fantasy points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a pretty big jump. That
It's
used to be
huge.
what Tyreek Hill used to be. He'd be that guy that was in the 400s and everybody else that,
Right.
350 or 350.
But they're just going to be slinging the ball all over the place this year. And he's going to be the guy who catches it because after the first, 3 or 4 games last year, when they weren't targeting him on every play, they were losing.
Yeah.
CD was like, dude, get me the ball. And then they just designed their whole offense around throwing him the ball. And now you don't have a run game at all.
Yeah.
You've got Zeke.
That's how it's going to be this year. And Dak, he's about to get paid some ungodly amount of money because, one, there's no one else out there that can come in unless you're going to, who could you really go get that's willing to come to Dallas and be a quarterback and deal with all this circus? And then 2, 5 teams will pay him a ton of money because they don't have anybody. To
The
be
Raiders
quarterback.
would back up the truck.
He might get like 60, 70 million a year. We're getting close to that point. Like, I don't know what kind of check Jerry's going to have to write. But, yeah, there's no pressure on Dak, just like there wasn't really much last year. Everybody was like, oh, it's Super Bowl or bust, this and that. And just like this year, they're like, oh, we're going all in, but they haven't done anything. But yeah, I got CD. Like I said, number one, he's going to get 1 million targets this year. The receptions are going to be through the roof. You know, like you said, you had 135 receptions. He probably going to have more this year, which 135 is nuts.
It's a lot.
Yep. But watch for a lot of little dink plays and whatnot, little 2-yard catches and whatnot, just to kind of
design. They're just going to design plays around getting him the ball, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Their whole playbook is throw CD the ball.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be number one, but it's not like you said, it's not a ringing endorsement, but
No.
it's just a fact. He's the guy. He's the only one there.
He's the only player on that offense with any talent.
Whoa, Jesus! All right.
I mean, Dak's pretty good, but
just taking shots.
Just okay.
Yeah.
Who are you excited about in the backfield running the ball? You excited about Zeke?
Zeke's back.
Okay, you didn't answer my question. Are you excited?
No.
Does that do anything for you?
Not even a wiggle down there.
Rico Dowdle get anything going?
Maybe.
For you?
He's a little fella, isn't he? I like the little guys. He's a little fella.
Oh, you want to talk Deuce?
Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, the guy that everyone was so excited about after the preseason last year, and then they didn't play him in the regular season. Like, yeah, no, that guy's not playing.
McCarthy's pissed.
He's like 4 foot tall. We're not playing him. He's gonna die. It's a liability.
It's a liability issue at this point.
We just drafted him to make one of our coaches happy. It was a good PR story. Jerry got in the news because they drafted him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're not playing him.
It's a disaster in Dallas. I mean, with McCarthy like upset about his, is he going to get a contract extension? I don't even know if he wants to be there much after this year. You got an owner that's not really being supportive and whatnot. It's
All
shocker.
you've done is bring winning football back to that team, right? And they're like, I don't know if we want you or not. I mean, I know you just won us the division last year. But
they can't get over that hump. They can't get that extra win. You know what I mean? Can't make it to the NFC Championship.
We get back to where we're playing 500 football, even though it's literally impossible to play 500 football now.
They'll 8-8-1. Yeah,
right?
it's coming.
No
Watch
winning
out.
records for here, or losing records. We're having records.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, like I said, no ringing endorsement for the Cowboys there. The Cowboys still suck, but hey, Blake Bortles was an awesome fantasy quarterback when he was with Jacksonville.
He was terrible
because he scored 40 points in the fourth quarter.
Oh, it drove me crazy. I remember playing Boner and that happened. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like losing my mind. I go, Blake Bortles. I had him. I was crushing. Bortles had negative 0.4 points. And I'm like, yeah, here we go. Going into like the mid third.
It's a last game on Monday night. And he's playing. He's like, I'm up by 30. Going into the fourth quarter. Son of a bitch, I lost by 20. What the hell just happened?
Yep.
The Blake Bortles effect is what happened.
It's a real thing. Look it up. But if we we get out there on some of these takes, hey, drop a comment. Let us know who you're taking. I mean, right now, like I said, CeeDee Lamb's our number one. We got Tyreek Hill right there. We are split on Chase and Brown for number 3. Do you have anybody else in your top 5 that we're not mentioning here? Are you high on somebody? Are you low on somebody? Who are you out on?
Or are you just high? Let us know.
Yeah, there you go.
But thank you guys so much for watching, listening, joining us. We appreciate it. Drop a like, follow, comment, subscribe, share the show, tell a friend, all that fun stuff. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
Talk to you guys later. Deuces. Thank you for listening to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast. Good job.